Alright, hang on. I was gonna pop us straight into the game since I just yap a lot during Atelier anyway, but the game froze. So hello! Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's Dee Dee, how's it going? Hello. Good evening. Well, yeah, that is straight up frozen. When the taskbar starts glitching out, I'm like, yeah, that sure is frozen. All right. We gotta control or delete this. Forgive me for not being here yesterday? What? It's fine. I mean, no. We won't forgive you. How dare you not be here every single day? To jail with you. It's okay. Stuff happens. I hope you managed to have a good day. Or if the reason you couldn't come to stream was you had a bad day, I hope today was better. I mean, Umineko is lots of fun, but yesterday it was just a whole lot of Rosa once again being the heck out of her daughter. So I'm like, I don't think you missed much. I was Minecrafting the whole time. Gasp. As long as you're happy. As long as you're happy and healthy. That's all Dee Dee can ask for. Ah, there we go. The game did not freeze this time. We're cooking. I was indeed very happy. That is great news then. Let's see here. Where? Audio? Hello. Okay, think we should be good. I'll shrink myself down in a minute, but Chippy big ol' head in the way of everything. We haven't seen the opening in a while, so. Oh my god. The hand reaching out. Let's take ibuprofen together. Yeah, what she gets a motorbike. When are we getting the bike? I almost forgot about the big angry wolf guy. Not quite. Almost. Beautiful. Alrighty. Onwards and upwards. We We got new boy last time. There he is. There's the new boy. Oh my god, glasses off. Oh no. He's beautiful. Sir. Sir, it's fine. Chill. Chill. Stop killing us. Stop her. Stop destroying our feelings, sir.
一休みしつつ荷物の整理とかしたいな。
Synthesize a sight for a boy. God, we needed ingot first. Da, 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 da. Maybe C.
材料は
Oops.
こんな感じかな。
There she goes. Spin, spin, spin. There we go. Now we can make a sight for the boy. How does one learn a weapon proficiency in sights? Because in a lot of games, like in Grand Blue, if it's a scythe, they usually treat it as like an axe main hand, like a battle axe. But it's like, who do you go to? Like, who do you enlist as your sensei if you want to learn the way of the scythe? Beautiful. Yeah, let's go. You're welcome. Excuse me. There. So, when you're gonna show me some alchemy? That's a poor thing. Hello? I made you one. Look with your eyes! Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. How's my day so far? Day was pretty good. Oh god. I got so not sleepy at the apothecary, but it was like one of those, it was a slow day, so I'm like, I'm bored. Like sometimes slow days are nice, But when it's like you're actually full of energy and well rested and ready to go, and it's like, yeah, there's nothing really for you to do except warm this seat. It's like, god damn it.
アルボール植物園の北に向かうのはどうだろうか。マナの通り道の向かう先、それに奴が消えていった方向。奴ってのは
Yeah, that thing.
調査報告書読んどいて。じゃあ、あの大きな
I like how they're like,
進んでみましょうか。
yeah, we're not gonna fill you in directly. You gotta read the report.
マナの流れが続いてるってことは、きっと何か。あの木には近づけねえぞ。そうなの？俺が調べた限り、岸壁やら木の根やらで歩いて近場までたどり着く方法はなかった。
Sounds like we gotta climb.
だとしたらどうする？台座があの近くにあるのだとすると困ったことに。北の森にアルバーの集落があるって話だ。一発試しに聞いてみればいい。んだよ、黙り込んで。
You're being cooperative. You're suddenly acting serious.
いや、何も。むしろまっとうすぎて驚いたというか。
No, that is not what the option said. Wow, the option was, oh wow, you got serious. Not, oh my god, you got a brain cell in that head after all.
見直したような。よく考えたら見直すようなことでもないような。なんでもいい。そうと決まったらさっさと準備していくぞ。果たすべき仕事はするか。そういう姿勢は好感が持てるが。最低限ね。やっぱり悪い人じゃないってことなんですかね。
There's nothing wrong with doing the bare minimum and prioritizing your energy. At least he's not complaining about everything. Like, God, why do I gotta frickin' do blah, 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 blah. He's just like, I'll do it. I'm just not happy about it. What a drag. Mendo Kusai. Is it Kusai or Kosai? It's Mendo Kusai. Mendo Kusai. My boy Shikamaru's catchphrase. Thank you, Zexu, for redeeming your stress be gone. Hopefully that also works for heat stress. Because it is hot where you are, you said? It's actually cooled down a fair bit here. I'm surprised. I'm trying to make the most of the mild-ish summer weather here before, you know, it really starts going. Because, I mean, global warming has changed the weather in Canada, obviously, but usually mid-July is when things really start to, like, really start to cook. So I'm trying to enjoy this, like, unseasonably mild July weather while I can. Then why are you an adventurer then? Like, your clothes are gonna get dirty. Like, I mean, ideally you don't want to get, like, completely caked in mud or anything, because then it makes it hard to move, but it's like, you fell behind in league stuff. You're gonna play a game that makes you aggro in this heat? Oh, you are brave. Not trying to be like, oh, you're definitely, like, I'm not saying, oh, you're gonna lose or whatever. I'm just saying, like, heat tends to make us more irritable. So I'm like, wow, you're playing a game that's, like, is famous for making people upset when it's hot as balls, as they say. It's like, you're brave. That's all. All right. Whee! I know, your knees. You've got built-in shock absorbers, though, unlike Shulk. Hi, Ein! Alchemy's going good. We just logged into the game. Got our next main quest objective. So I'm gonna try and be good and actually, try and stay on course for once. I mean, I obviously would tend to get distracted, but... Stuck weeding. Ridger. It's not weeding. We're collecting supplies. Hi, Jambola. I mean, I love doing every single side quest in the world, but stay on course until you see something sparkly, pretty much. Like I've said before, I do like working towards 100% completing a game. Don't always 100% complete it. I just eventually get to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of this. Let's just like lock in on the plot. Especially like as you complete more side quests and stuff in a lot of games, you have to go further out of your way to find the stuff. And I'm like, it does get to a point where it feels like diminishing returns. Oof. Girl. Ah, well. When Rutger spends his own HP, he inflicts wounds on an enemy in proportion to the amount of HP spent. When an enemy has 10 stacks of wounds, the wounds disappear and deal massive damage to the enemy. Oh, he's enmity. Ah, good old Grand Blue. Nice. Let's go, boyo! How would we carry that bag? I don't know. Get your brother to carry it. He's not in the... We've only got 3 people in the party. The 4th person is just responsible for carrying stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Do I have a recommended starting point for this series? That's a good question. Because as long as you're at like the start of a trilogy, because most of the Atelier games are like in sets of 3, basically. So I think as long as you are at the start of one of those trilogies, it doesn't matter too much. I think Dusk. Oh, Dusk is good. Atelier and Logi was my one of my favorites when I was younger. My entry point was after time limits. Yeah. Cuz they recently remade the first Atelier game, and it was a lot more difficult because of the way time limits on everything worked. Like, it's like, oh yeah, you can go to this location to collect supplies, but it'll take you 2 days to get there and back. So what was the one I started with? I started with the Rarona, the trilogy that has Rarona. So that was PS3. I kind of like the idea of that. Then, like, Atelier Marie is the very first Atelier game. So if you like the idea of, like, having to micromanage your calendar and all that stuff, then Marie would probably be a good one to try. It's a standalone, because it's not part of a trilogy. So once that one's done, it's done. So, as opposed to some of the other Atelier games that are in duos or trilogies, where, like, now it's like, oh yeah, just buy this trilogy, but it's like $125. So it can feel like a big investment to be like, oh, I don't want to buy 3 full-length games. I just want to try one. So you can fall too far behind, sort of. So often the thing with a lot of the Atelier games is think like Persona, where they're like, oh, if you don't accomplish this goal by this date, it's game over. Atelier has similar stuff. In the case of Atelier Marie, they're like, you are the worst student at this academy we've ever had. If you don't graduate within like 5 years, like if you don't get your license or whatever within 5 years, like we're kicking you out, like that kind of thing. Like, so it's like you have to pass your final exam within X years and get your license, or like, game over. And yeah, she was just really bad at doing alchemy, and I guess like she has potential or something, because they didn't just straight up fire her. They're like, okay, we gave you a shop in town. Let's see you do your stuff. So it's like, yeah, the goal was, oh yeah, like pass your exam in like 5 years or something like that. But, when it takes you 4 days to go collect, like, stuff for one recipe, like, time, like, a whole season flies by in a blink of an eye. So it's not it's not as rigid a time management as the Persona games, where they're like, oh yeah, if you want to complete everything in one run, you better follow a guide. But for me personally, I felt it a little stressful how quickly things were going. I mean, most of the Atelier games have that kind of like, oh yeah, like pass your alchemy exam in X period of time. But some of them, that's like, oh, that's like, your first goal. And then there's other goals after that. But in Atelier Marie, I believe, like, the whole point of it is just to, like, graduate. So if you try Marie, and you're like, you know what? Like, yeah, like, this seems fun. You can go on and try some of the other ones. Yeah, I like those elements. Okay, yeah, then, like, Atelier Marie might be a good point for you. Because the thing a lot of classic Atelier fans don't like about Yumiya is the fact that it's A, free roam, and B, the time limits don't really exist. Whereas I'm like, oh, this is like, a refreshing change kind of thing. Butter! Hello, I'm doing good. Bow bow! Cause, oh god, the jumping jacks. Okay, one sec. I just started a fight. You heard good things about most, you just didn't know where to start? Understandable. I mean, it's a big franchise at this point. And it's like, there's the what trilogy, there's the this trilogy, there's this, what? Like... It's like, what should I do? Like, where do I start? Understandable. Because, I mean, even with me being a little iffy about how fast I was going in Atelier Marie, I really liked a lot of the scenes with the characters. When I realized I muscle memory Atelier, I figured it's about time. Ah, fair enough. Yeah. I do really enjoy the franchise. I talked about it before that the Atelier franchise was like part of the reason why, breaking the fourth wall. This series is part of the reason why, I decided to go and say oh yeah, I'm an apothecarist. I didn't want to go with alchemy outright, but to me, apothecary fits much more the vibe Atelier has. They use alchemy, but I'm I feel like apothecarist fits a lot more because they synthesize a lot of grass and potions and salves and stuff like that. And so when I was doing when I got my first what was the word looking for? When I commissioned the artist, my mama, to do the custom art for my custom rig that's still in the works, the reference images I sent for designing the outfit were all from Atelier. Because I was I want fantasy but also modern kind of thing. And at some point, I would really like to get a version of Dee Dee that's even more so, have, because some of the Atelier characters, they have potion bottles and stuff like that on their belt, that kind of stuff. Alright, stretch. And then I'm gonna do the jumping jacks. Alrighty. I always love the style, but it's a big commitment of a game, for sure. Because, yeah, there's, it's just, never ending. Do I have an estimate when it will be done? Yes and no. It was supposed to be done in March, but I've been having trouble with the Raker, and they were sorry, time got away from me. I need a couple more weeks as of, what is it? Last week? They said I just need a couple more weeks. I'm okay. You've got a couple more weeks if you're being honest and it's almost done and you just need a little more time, fine. Otherwise, I'm gonna get someone else. It's been 4 or 5 months. Yeah. Well, and Reiki's expensive, and a lot of their clients were asking for a refund at the same time because VGen will force close someone's shop if they have more than 3 commissions that are overdue. So everyone was oh, wait, you're not actually reliable? And I'm like, okay, if you say, like, I'm the oldest on, like, my commission's been with her the longest. So I'm like, okay, if you say mine's the mostly, like, finished, it's like, fine. Because, you know, I as a person would feel bad for making you refund, like, because it's like, you know, $500 times 3. I'm like, I would feel bad to, like, be part of why you're out, like, you know, $1,000. When, like, you know, life just gets away from us for the best of times. But yeah, unfortunately, as, like, it's really easy for people who are artists to be like, oh, I need some extra money, I'm just gonna take commissions. So many people don't have the discipline to do commissions, unfortunately. But unfortunately, you have no way to know that until you actually commission someone. And then you're like, ah. Because I tend to, like, want to commission, either small creators or people who are like, oh, like, hey, I'm opening up some emergency slots for bills and like stuff like that. As long as people are honest about it, for sure. And I mean, like, I don't have like a set deadline, but I'm like, okay, when it starts getting 6+ months, then like I start getting a little bit antsy. Because it's like I'm in the process of putting together references to get the next custom rig. So, you know, if DD, like my usual rig is like DD 2.0, because technically DD 1.0 was when I was just a cat. So it's like if DD is current rig is DD 2.0, chibi DD is like 2.5. The custom one in the works would be DD like 3.0. If I'm already working on 4.0 and that ends up in the process before I get like DD 3.0, I'm not gonna be happy. Like, you know? It's like I need to start now because that stuff takes so long to, like, you know, you gotta be doing commissions. Like, you know, people are like, oh yeah, like, you have to start planning for, like, Christmas, like, commissions and stuff, like, in May. Like, it feels weird, but you need to give yourself that buffer, especially if you want to do special projects. So it's like, okay, it's sort of like as soon as, like, you start a commission, you kind of need to, like, get other stuff set up for the next one. Anyway, I'm yapping. I'm supposed to be doing jumping jacks and then playing the game. So, all right, hold on. Hold on. Da-da-da-da-da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Onwards and upwards and all that stuff. Do. Teleport. Damn. They're roasting each other. I love it. It's like, don't get eaten. Well, aren't we a team? Aren't you supposed to be watching my back then? Like, what else are you here for? Gotta keep the trip lively, absolutely. I do love series where the characters have the overworld banter. Like, most games have it that you can talk to your party members and get optional dialogue. But I kind of hate when you have to, like, remember to turn around and talk to them. I like it when the game just, like, you know, it's like, oh yeah, here you go. I like how Tails does it with the skits. The skits were always fun. Like, just randomly you'll see a pop-up in the corner of your screen and you, like, push a button and you get, like, a little optional scene.
俺の勘が近くに何かがあるって言ってるな。少し探ってみるか。さっさと倒して終わらせるぞ。
What's this about a test of strength?
これは言われるまでもない。
Never shuts up. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, if they only have 1 or 2 lines, I can... Yeah. Oh, they are so strong. Come on. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, we're close. Come on. Yeah. Very nice. Jelly cube. That is... Ah! Easy peasy. Wait, he's got a coin he flips? You little bugger. You're a gambler. Well, treasure hunter / gambler, I guess. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Oh, God. We're just stumbling into all the fights now. This is fine. I'm just trying to get my bearings, game. There we go. But yeah, that was a pretty decent fight considering it's been a bit since I've played, and I'm like, I don't remember how to dodge. So I was just taking all the attacks to the face. I'm like, oof. At some point, I'm gonna have to, like, open the menus again and reread stuff. It's been that long? Well... I'm trying to think. It's been a couple weeks, but when you play so many games, you do inevitably just forget how to do stuff. It's one of those days where I was like, streamer, how could you like, before I streamed, I'd be like, streamer, how could you forget how to do, like, this mechanic in this game? Like, you just played it 2 days ago. And then I became a streamer and I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it. I never like, roasted a streamer in their chat for forgetting controls, but I'm like, yeah, I was thinking it and I'm like, yeah, I get it now. So now anytime someone's giving a streamer grief, I'm like, look, you don't understand. Like, you're reading chat, you're talking, and, like, you know, just some, like, sure, some stuff enters your long-term memory when you're multitasking that much. Other stuff is just through one ear, out the other. Like, literally, people have, every little thing takes up the brain CPU. Exactly. Literally, I've had it where, one of the movies is like, Dee Dee, remember when you said this on stream? Like, and I'm like, I said that? And they're like, what do you mean? That was like 2 days ago. I'm like, I have no recollection of this. I vaguely remember playing that game that day. I don't remember 95% of the stuff that came out of my mouth. Especially if they switch up genres and control stuff. Yep. So, like, I do play a lot of turn-based stuff on my own time. So when I come back to these more action RPGs, I'm like, shit, what was I doing? How did I do this again? It's like, where's the backflip button? Because, like, Yumiya, like, there's 2 modes she can have in battle. One is, like, you know, a closer attack mode, and the other is a longer range mode. I'm like, how do I switch between this again? How do I do this? Yeah, and I mean, I'm playing on controller because there's a lot more buttons in Atelier, and I didn't like how it played when I used my mouse and keyboard. So, like, my brain's like, ZZZ, we use the space, you right-click to dodge, and I'm like, I can't right-click, how do I do this? Moral of the story, be kind to your streamers. Sometimes it is really difficult to remember all of these things. I remember the plots. I think that's more important because you can always go into the menus and reread how to do controls. Not every game has a really good summary system to remind you of what you were doing in the plot before whatever. I love how there's freaking dinosaurs here. Like, like, what time period are we in? Like, what's happened in this world that, like, dinosaurs still roam the planet? God, that reminds me, I was reading an article, 65 BC. I was reading an article, about, like, the upcoming Jurassic World or whatever? The next Jurassic Park movie? And the goddamn abominations, because they started making mutations and, like, gene therapy, the dinosaurs. Now they've got dinosaurs with, like, 6 arms, and I'm like, why on earth? This franchise has gone too far. This franchise needs to stay dead. When the dinosaurs stop looking like dinosaurs and now they look like some kind of demon from, like, Dark Souls, I'm like, we've gone too far as a society. They just went full body horror. Literally, like, it's got 6 arms and a giant bulbous head. It's like, they call it D-Rex instead of T-Rex, and I'm like, why? Like, it doesn't have, like, the snout like a dinosaur. Like, someone described it as, like, vaguely, like, human looking, and I'm like, god damn, you're right. Because, like, the face is more squashed in. It has more, like, human proportions to the head. And I'm like, what on earth? Like, I guess, the designer said they took inspiration from the xenomorphs. I'm like, yeah, I can see that. Like, I can see that very clearly. I'm not a huge fan of the Alien movies just because those movies scared the bejesus out of me as a kid. And even to this day, looking at a xenomorph kind of like gives me like the chills. So I'm like, why? Why are there even more of them? Go away. Cause money. Cause money. God. God, that capitalism. Curse it all. Because God, I've always been really bad at sitting still for 2 hours, so I don't really like going to see stuff in theaters, though sometimes it's nice. And I'm like, man, I'm totally out of touch with what's been coming out. And like, then yeah, I just find this random article about the D-Rex, and I'm like, what is happening? It's like Hollywood was a mistake. Movies just really sneak up on you compared to games. I can understand that, especially, Sorry, I got distracted by Rutger. The girls are like, oh, this is kind of creepy. And Rutger's like, the hell are you on, ghost? That's stupid. Move your butts. There's two types of guys. There's the type of guys that try and console you when you're scared, and then there's Rutger that's like, the fuck you on? Come on. Keep a good eye out for B movies. Ooh, yes. Good old B movies. Unless he's really the most scared? Could be. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell sometimes. We'll find out eventually, I'm sure. He just wants money, you know. I can respect that. I can respect that. But yeah, B movies can be fun. A lot of indie stuff now is where it's at. I remember all of the horror stuff that was cropping up on YouTube, where it was like just like a whole channel dedicated to a specific like thing. Like, you know, it's just a whole channel that's like, oh, this is for this fictional local TV news station, and all the videos on there are like weird paranormal reports. Like some of the stuff you find on the internet now is just so much more creative. But you do have to like go and search for it, which is the difficult part. Versus, you know, it's like you just gotta drive up to like your local cinema and like you can watch whatever for a decent chunk of money. But like if you just want something to kill like, you know, 3 hours of time, yeah, go to the movies. Like, I really like trying to find the director's intent. Ah, you're my type of people. because I've talked about my schooling before. Like, my second degree was journalism. But my first degree was in popular culture and film analysis. So, yeah, I have the occupational hazard where I'm like, I literally cannot play a game, watch a movie, or watch a TV show without, like, trying to take it apart and see what makes it tick. So you saying it's like, I'm trying to find the director's intent. I'm like, oh, you're speaking my language, boy. It's like, now you're talking. Literally, I would have to look up the name for it, but Iduna sent me a link to something. It's like, it's an album, and there's also like a cinematic, but it's like, you know, it's like a retelling as like, you know, audio theater of Odysseus, like the Odyssey. And like the way she's selling it to me, she's like, I'm like, this is right up your like media analysis loving alley. I'm like, so it's like, yeah, when like people try and sell me on stuff, it's like, yeah, sure, if the plot's interesting. Oh yes, it is Epic the Musical. Yay, thank you. I remembered it was Epic something, but I'm like, I don't remember if that's the full title. It's great. That's what I've been hearing. And yeah, Iduna was... So yeah, Iduna was like, she's trying to sell me on it, not as like, you know, oh, it's a musical. It's great. It's the Greek Odyssey. She's like, your media analysis brain will love it. I'm like, interesting. All right. And that's why it's like, even though like I'm not super into like gore or horror stuff, I end up really loving the genre, because that's when those movies are always very interesting to try and pick apart. And I mean, the moment I knew I was kind of forever doomed from like I can no longer passively consume media anymore is it was actually an episode of Naruto Shippuden. I know you might be like, Naruto Shippuden isn't exactly like, you know, well known for crazy cinematography, but it was the episode where I guess spoilers, Asuma died, like Shikamaru's mentor and Kurenai's like husband and stuff. And just, I remember so much of it was in black and white, but the only thing that was in color when she found out he died was red flowers. And Kurenai, it means crimson. So like that kind of like stuff, I was like, and I'm like, oh my god, like I really like how like they did that, like, you know, all color has faded from the world except for what reminds them of like her and like, you know, all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, I can never go back to passively consuming stuff now if I'm taking apart an episode of Naruto. Anything by Satoshi Kon? As someone who likes to take apart media, anything by him is really interesting to watch if you like trying to discern directorial intent. Yes. I'm pretty sure they did. So yeah, it was all very interesting. But yeah, no, Satoshi Kon is great. Rest in peace, gone from this world too soon. Did I also go down the rabbit hole with the diver opening? That one in particular, I did not. But that is definitely something I would do. Where am I going? Roughly around there. Okay. Learn to appreciate the metaphorical openings versus the what is currently happening ones. So true. Yeah, this is why, like, you know, I would always roast people a little bit who were like, you know, it's like, oh, I always skip the openings. I'm like, even if it's new, even if it's for the first time, they're like, oh yeah, if I don't like the song, I'm like, the opening is like a mini movie. You need to watch it. Someone put a lot of effort into that. Like the openings have different directors from the main episode for a reason. US media? Yeah. No, for sure. Unfortunately, US cinema and media in particular tends to be very consumerism oriented. Where it's about blindly and mindless consuming versus I mean other like cinema cultures where because it's like you have to compete with like mainstream America Hollywood, they tend to be a little more out of the box and artsy. Even movies don't get openings anymore. God. I mean, if you want to look at when I watched a movie in a Japanese theater and everyone stayed through the credits, oh yeah! It's a very different experience. Like, I would always want to stay through the credits, but like, you know, my family was always like, okay, come on, get up, time to go. Or like friends, they're packing up stuff, and I'm still sitting here holding my bag. I'm like, no. Like, I'm watching the credits. Because even, like, sure, like, Marvel got the post-credit stuff, but even in, like, some of the older Disney movies, if you stay to the end of the credits, there's, like, not a full-on post-credit scene, but there might be, like, a fun little Easter egg kind of thing. And I discovered that one day when I was, sick with a cold, and, like, you know, I couldn't get up to change the movie, so I just let the credits go. It helps dodge the crowd, too. That as well. But it's like, yeah, you can see America's, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess contempt towards cinema as an art form by the fact that so many movies from, like, you know, the 50s and slightly earlier are just gone because no one bothered to preserve the film reels. And, like, for all we know, they just straight up burned them afterwards. Like, that's why finding some of these lost films in, like, you know, some warehouse somewhere is, like, a huge deal. And, like, you know, they taught, like, this has been a thing that gets talked about even with anime. Because for a while, people were like, Why isn't there, like, like an upgraded quality of, like, this older anime, that older anime, like specifically Dragon Ball? The answer is they can't find the film reels. They just shoved them in some closet somewhere like 30 years ago, and they're like, we don't know where it is. We never thought you guys would want these. And so, like, finally Dragon Ball started getting, like, upscaled because they finally found the stuff. Like, that kind of thing. And that's why, like, a lot of the newer re-releases of Dragon Ball are much better quality than, like, some of the ones, like, 10 years ago. Where it's like, all we can really do is try and upscale, like, a copy of what we already had. I'd have written them off? Yeah. And, like, yeah, some of the older video games as well, where it's like, just port this, like, re-release it. It's like, they can't. They don't know where the master copy is anymore. It's on some floppy disk somewhere. Because what was it? Was it Kingdom Hearts? I can't remember if it was Kingdom Hearts. There was one JRPG relatively recently where they talked about, like, yeah, part of the reason we did a remake instead of a straight-up re-release is, like, missing data, corrupted data. I remember Final Fantasy VIII was lost. Ah, there we go. Maybe that's the one I was thinking of. But yeah, and that's why I'm like, I've talked about my stance with, like, emulation and pirating and stuff like that before, where I'm like, don't pirate. Like, I'm sort of like, don't pirate new stuff. Because usually you can still get it if you want to spend the money. But I mean, not everyone has access to everything in every country. But at the same time, I get artist perspective where they're like, this is my livelihood. If it's not legally available in your country, like, please import it or, like, whatever. But then when it comes to older stuff, especially since a lot of companies don't care about preserving stuff or making this stuff available, I'm like, you can look at emulation as a form of preservation to, like, keep this stuff accessible. So I'm like, yeah, okay. Because, I mean, there's some, like, older anime where it's like, if you want to own it, the only option is to buy freaking Betamax tapes. Remember those? Because, like, back in, like, the late 90s when when VHSs were starting to phase out, the storage medium was like, there's two ways we can go. We can go to DVDs, and, yeah, it was them versus, like, DVDs, basically, for, like, what was gonna be the next, like, home video, like, storage method. And Japan really latched onto Betamax tapes. So while the rest of the world was going like, DVDs and CDs, they were still, like, buckling down on Betamax tapes, which is, like, I mean, very, very Japan, where, like, they're, like, one of the only countries in the world still that, like, heavily use fax machines. But yeah, so it's like, some of these older series, it's like, if you happen to want to, like, own them for, like, a collector's perspective, yeah, Betamax tapes is the only way. Because not everything got moved over to DVDs. Because it's like, yeah, as a collector, there's some old Tales of games that I want to own. But, like, you know, I've been searching for like 10, 12 years. The only time I managed to find one was I just so happened to be at this like gaming flea market that a friend randomly invited me to go to in another town that we had to drive 2 hours to get to. Like that kind of thing. So I'm like, if I want to play these old Tales of games, I'm gonna have to emulate them, kind of thing. But yeah, with manga, it's either online or nothing in a lot of cases. Manga especially, it's kind of like without pirating, a lot of these series wouldn't be picked up because a lot of the companies that license manga in like the US and like stuff, they rely on like, you know, interest surveys, like people telling them, it's like, oh, what's a franchise you want to see localized without like, you know, scanlations? Some of this stuff would never get suggested and never get picked up. So it's kind of like, you know, you need to get popularity to be able to, like, popularity in the West for it to be brought over. And how do you get popularity in the West? Scanlations. And I remember I haven't checked on her stuff in ages, but there was a mangaka I really loved when I was in high school named Nana Haruta, I believe was her name. She, none of her series ever got made into anime or anything like that, but just for some crazy reason, Viz or Tokyo Pop back in the day translated and released one of her series, and then they never picked up any of her others, so like I consumed everything else she made through scanlation, because I'm like, there's no other option here. Oh, Albers are like the little dudes, I see. It was like, there's an Albers sentiment. I'm like, okay. Ah, I see. The Albers are the little dudes. We finally made it here through all of our yapping and wandering. They're like, oh my god, tiny little people. These guys are like a cross between like the Despicable Me minions and like Pikmin. With like a dash of Korok. They also remind me of like the little criaturas that are in Little Nightmares. Oh, what's this? Some tall ones have arrived. My tallest. Anyone remember Invader Zim? My tallest, my tallest, my tallest, my tallest. Hey! Hey! My tallest! You never really saw it? Understandable. Look, I am old, and I was like just the right age to get obsessed with that kind of like meme nonsense. Now, this was like a very specific period on the internet where it was the first FMA anime, not Brotherhood. The first FMA anime was airing in the West, at the same time as Invader Zim? You have no idea how many videos took FMA visuals and put Invader Zim dialogue to it. So Ed's just like, my tallest, hey, my tallest. So like literally, yeah. There's probably some that still exist if you like dig deep into YouTube. But like literally, like as I'm quoting Invader Zim lines, I'm like, all I can remember are these like, you know, AMV hell kind of esque videos. Where it's like, you know, Alphonse was oh, what was the like the dog robot's name? And yeah, then Ed was Zim. But yeah, that was like a very specific period on the internet. The AMV hells and all that stuff. Grr, yes! Why'd you get rid of that? Make room for the cupcakes! Purple hatted? Wait, those aren't your heads? That's a hat? Interesting. Thought you meant the FMA dog? Oh god. You mean the dog's name was Alexander, I think. God. Okay. I can't remember if I still have the screenshot I took of it, but oh, Rinry's family dog. Oh. Oh, I can't remember the dog's name either, but yeah. Okay, so, like, yeah, I don't... Armstrong? It was Jean-Louis Armstrong, wasn't it? No, yes, there was Alex Armstrong, but yeah, the dog was also named Alexander. I mean, the dog didn't matter in the long run. Den! There we go! But god, yeah. I don't know if I have the screenshot of it still, but someone had, I don't remember how the dog ended up wearing the wig, but it looked eerily like, the Chimera from FMA, that famous, you know, Nina dog, and frickin' Romy Park, Ed's voice actor, quote, retweeted it and was like, Nina? I'm like, that is foul! How? What? What? Be right back? Okay. There's a secret path. Okay, show us. The shiny whooshy. Few things endure quite like FMA Chimera trauma. We were all so young. That and, Yu's death, I know, really hit a lot of us. Uh-oh. Of course not. Not the equivalent exchange. Oh, okay, we just need to fix a fence.
的に頼るのも悪いし、柵を直すくらいならささっと解決してあげよう。
お前今度は大工にでもなんのか？
なんない。
Just gotta, you know, uh, building. There we go.
模様替えしよう。
Do 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 do. Do we have any fences left? Darn it. Make Albert fence.
何作ろうかな。何持ってたかな。荷物持ちすぎかな。ポーチの形が変わって
Lame.
的な感じにしたいな。
お前が取ったんだから。
疲れた。お風呂で癒されたいよ。
There we go. I was like, can I not use it? Yes, I can. So we need fence, 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 fence. Adler fence.
そんな感じかな。
Now we place the fence.
模様替えしよう。
If I can find it.
せっかく人のいるところに来たんだ。情報収集でもしておくか。
模様替えしよう。
Dun, 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 dun. Fence, 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 fence. Ah, there it is. Beautiful.
こんなものかな。ユミヤって本当にいろんなもの
The power of alchemy. Just conjure a
家
fence.
が何でもありの道具屋だったから。すごいすごい。ピカピカ。大助かりだよ。
You're welcome.
まあまあまあ、この程度は。楽しそう。
こっ ちが本来の弓矢なのかもな。
そんなこと言ってる場合じゃなかった。例の道に向かわないと。案内してくれる？オッケー、約束だしね。
Was a promise!
さんたち、何かを作って誰かの役に立つってのは気分がいいね。ルトガーもありがとう。
Yeah.
おかげでトントン拍子にここまで来れたよ。
この程度軽く調べりゃすぐに分かったろ。
素直じゃないな。
Tsun tsun daddy tsun daddy tsun tsun.
さっさと抜け道テーラーに行くぞ。
Alright, very quickly, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink, and we shall continue. So hold tight uno momento. They could be easily annoying, but they're really cute. The Adlers, yeah. And also Rudger. Alrighty, stretch, thank you. Alright, be right back. I'm back. Whoop. Excuse me. Alrighty. While we're in the menu, we might as well. Skill tree. Welcome back. Thank you. And welcome back yourself. Let's see. What's this? Of trait crystals creatable through trait blending. Increase the constant amount of particles. Don't have enough of those. Okay. Need 500 SP for that. So much SP. Precision counter. Damn. Quite the robust battle system there. Wounds, battle rate, difficulty, restoratives, encounters, guarding, and invading. Guard, left trigger. Using the left stick to move while guarding will allow you to evade. Ah, there we go. That's why it hasn't been working, because I've just been moving the stick. I haven't been pushing left trigger at the same time. Okay, there we go. And then the range shift. Oh, it's plus and minus. I guess it makes sense that you need to push a button to trigger moving around, but at the same time, I'm like, come on. Fair enough, fair enough. Now we know. Sprinting, maybe? Makes sense, makes sense. Seems weird for what it is, yeah. Sometimes games, you're like, why is that the control? Why is this the thing? Oh, we gotta get over there. Well, the antlers might have bass. I don't know if you'll fit in one, my girl. Oof. That was not what I was trying to do. But the game's like, no, you cannot jump on the tree. You're crazy. Okay. Are they gonna move or do we have to? Oh, bless them. It's like, here's the shortcut. It's like, we can't fit through there. Oh shit, that's right. Isla, leave him alone.
人間の努力なんてたかが知れている。フォローになってねえんだよ。
いや待って、これくらいならなんとかなる気が。ナッパさんたち大丈夫そう？
Is everything okay? Can you not hear?
あとは私たちでなんとかするね。ここまで案内してくれてありが。人が通れるくらいの道ができればいいわけだから。なら木の根をどうにか持ち上げて。フラミ、こんな感じで調合できないかな。例えば。
Her smirk. She's so proud of herself for her idea. I love it.
作りたいものがあるんだけど、協力してもらえないかな。
あの根をどうにかできんだろうな。
Oh god, we gotta go all the way back to the atelier. Why?
歯切れが悪いな。まあいい。やるっつんならさっさと動くぞ。ねえ、
これ素人の私が扱っていい素材なの？
Trailblazer seed. Hello, we chibi today. Yes, we chibi today. I'm starting to miss being not chibi, so soon, I will go back. At least temporarily. We'll switch things around, but for right now, I was like, yeah. I was feeling the chibi. I'm starting to miss being tall. Miss reaching the top shelf, you have no idea. Though also bold of you to assume that even when I was full-sized, I could reach the top shelf. You wanted to be nice. I appreciate the attempt. Yes, we know there's dinosaurs. We can hear them. The dinos are very loud. Reeks of monsters. It's not that bad. There we go. Now I can actually get out of the way of stuff. Now we're cooking. Dodged it! How you doing, buddy? You doing good? Beautiful. Hello, birds. Don't mind us. We're just... Oh, God! Big crab! Big crab! Did we just go in a circle? We may be lost. Well, technically you can't be lost if you have a map. We just went the wrong way. That's kind of what happens when you can't really take a straight path. Oh. Discovered a scenic shortcut. Yeah, they call it, they used to call that taking the scenic route. When you, like, would take the long way around, and then if you got lost, it's like, we're not lost, we're just taking the scenic route. Okay, this is a dead end then. Okay. Noted. All right, you can fix these, but... Like broken doors or chests. We definitely made kits to fix, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Ladders and stuff before, but I can't remember what it was. Let's see. Monsters, traits. So you use different repair kits to fix different things. And I have 2 repair kits in my kit, but neither one of them can be used to fix the ladder. And I'm like, we've definitely fixed ladders before. What was the repair kit? We may just have to... It may not be something we can make in simple synthesis. Because out in the field, we don't have full access to all the stuff we can make. I guess I'll find out when we get back there. No, this is a cave. Excuse me. My brain's like, we could just teleport out of here. But that's not how you find new stuff, just by teleporting. Oy. What do you mean your shoulders are killing you? Feels different hearing it from someone else. Yeah, you don't pot calling the kettle black. Apparently it's a recipe. I'm pretty sure we have it because I fixed ladders before. Maybe it wasn't that specific type of ladder. We'll find out when we get back to the atelier, because, yeah, when you're out in the field, you only have access to limited recipes and stuff. Oh, let's see here. Whoops, wrong thing. There we go.
どれにしよう。何持ってたかな。よし。何持ってたかな。
Okay, yeah, I was curious if, like, you know, I couldn't make anything new because the bag was full, but nah. We're almost there anyway.
そうや、見つけた。
Pony, pony, pony.
これって。
俺にはわからねえが、錬金術師にとってここは宝の山に見えんのか。
Flowers, always important. Can't make medicine without herbs. God, that was like a crossword clue recently. It's like, it was a 4-letter word that is pronounced differently based on whether you're in US or the UK, and I'm like, herbs. It's herbs or herbs.
何が入ってるのかな。 見つけた。
There has to be more than just one. There definitely is, but it was the only 4-letter one I knew, and it ended up being correct. Sometimes I have a good laugh at some of the stuff that ends up in crossword puzzles.
また採取できるよ。
Because recently, J-pop was one. And then in the same crossword, they were like, oh, like a Korean music export. And it was just 3 letters. And I'm like, it's not K-pop. The answer was BTS. I'm like, God damn it. It's like, I know BTS is like the most mainstream K-pop thing. But I am sick and tired of them. Because, man, I swear in a month, BTS was in the daily crossword like 5 times. And I'm like, enough with the BTS! That bad? They're not like... I mean, they're not like a bad music group or anything. Some of their songs are nice. I just, like, you know... I just don't like stuff that's popular, you know. Sometimes popular stuff is popular because it's good. Other times it's just popular just because everyone says it's good, you know?
うん、魔物もそうだけど、ユーステラでは見たことない鳥を何羽も見たし。
何かありそうな場所だな。よし。
So it's like, yeah, like I listened to them a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I mean, this is serviceable. Pretty standard K-pop stuff. So it's like, you know, the marketing and all that stuff that made them super popular. So it's like nothing wrong with that. But I was like, oh my god. When, like, you know, they're in the crossword, like, every week for quite a while, I'm like, can y'all not think of anything else? Yeah, see, this is a ladder I fixed.
仮眠でいいから寝たい。よっと。
There are tons of them. Oh yeah. So many. Now there's like K-pop demon hunters, that is a crazy concept.
なるほど。力試しにはちょうど良さそうだ。
ルトがいける。
言われるまでもない。
Like, I haven't watched it. I don't particularly have an interest in watching it. It's just been everywhere, so I've like passively absorbed some of it. And I'm like, I don't know exactly what the plot is, but that is wild concept. But I mean, also way back in the day, there were a lot of like cartoons, even in the West, where it's like, oh yeah, you know, musical artist by day, crime fighter by night, or like stuff like that. So it's like, I guess it's not that weird. Just the first time you see it with K-pop idols. They got you with the design. I see. Interesting. Do. Sadness shuttle. Ah, yes. I too get really depressed playing badminton. Aesthetic? Fair enough, yeah. Made by Yumiya in order to move the giant roots. It rapidly grows in a short amount of time. Ah. Difficult to control. What could possibly go wrong? Using this tool for synthesis will draw out the animal's powers. Ah! Susanite? Ooh, amber completely free of impurities. Despite being considered a type of jewelry, it is flammable. Amber is flammable? I mean, I guess everything is technically flammable if you set it on fire. Some things just more than others. If they say so, yeah, if they say so. Distilled water. Oh, we need subterranean water first. Okay. Lucky leaf ball. Oh, bell. Prosperous spellbook. Do, 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 do. Is there anything else? Like duffel bag? Does that mean we get bigger storage space? No, it's just a bag. You just throw it on the ground. Do, 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 do. Oh. And they're like, if you really don't understand what you're doing, here. Alrighty. And there we go. Synthesize. Anything else? What do you mean lost? You're in your house. Girl? You feeling okay? Metaphorical, maybe. I guess so. It's almost noon, she says, as the sun is setting. Do, do, do. You're tired. Do, 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 do. Conductive crab.
そろそろ移動しないと。
That's a heck of a name, conductive crab.
何作ろうかな。何持ってたかな。急がなくても平気かな。
平気。平気平気平気。
急がなくても平気かな。急がなくても平気かな。今必要なのは。
Dun 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 dun. Okay. Okie dokie. Was just checking some stuff real quick for synthesis. Well, I guess it is afternoon. All right, Yumia. You wanting lunch makes sense. All right, back we go on the slippery rocks. Oof.
ちょっと高すぎたかも。エナジーがあって助かった。
Oi, oi, oi. There we go. Whee!
一休みしつつ荷物の整理とかしたいな。なんかじーっと見られてるような気配が。
Stared at by what? Oh, probably that fox girl we saw earlier. Whee!
俺の勘が近くに何かがあるって言ってるな。少し探ってみるか。なるほど。力試しにはちょうど良さそうだ。これは強い魔物がうろついてるな。
The rain is so low poly I cannot see shit. what? Where are we? Ow. We're on our way to Viridian City. Come the greatest trainer. I won't quit till I'm number one. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. We'll keep on trying, trying, and then we'll try some more. Did you have the 2BA Master CD? I did not. I just memorized it all. I had other Pokemon soundtracks though. I had the ones for the first 3 movies. The other songs from childhood I have stuck in my head forever, like as in memorizing the lyrics, are the ones from Beyblade. I still have the CD for that soundtrack, but I was very happy when I saw all of the dub songs were on Spotify. Kids are doing it all across the nation. Runs about on world domination. Cool and you're hip, you gotta get a grip. Battle has begun, so let it rip. Beyblade, watch out, cause here we come. Let it rip now, let's go now. Battle Top's gonna be number 1. You never got into it? Gasp! No, that's fair. I was like just at the perfect age to get into it when the anime was on TV here in Canada, because I was 11 and like, you know, the protagonists were like 13-ish, so I was like, ooh, cute boys. This was before I knew I was a lesbian, obviously. A root for a root. If it works, it works, right? Yeah. Were Beyblades big over there? Oh yeah, they definitely were. I was never allowed to play them, but they were definitely at my elementary school until they got banned. Do I still like some anime boys? Yeah, I still like anime boys. Like, aesthetically, liking how a character looks and their personality is different than liking someone IRL. You hit a kid in the eye. Damn. And we wait for a day. Okay. Crush cute boys? I mean, the anime boys, sure. Didn't really have too many crushes on real boys. Or like the ones I did, I kind of forced myself to like them. Or it's like they were nice to me, and you know, when you get bullied a lot, it was like, There's a joke on LGBTQ Twitter. I'll get it if I try it. yeah, that was basically it. I've talked about it before about one of the things that really made me clue in that I was probably a lesbian was when I finally got a boyfriend. Because I was very unlucky in getting people to reciprocate my crushes. And then it finally happened, and I got a boyfriend, and, like, was nothing like I thought it was gonna be. And, like, I remember, it was a crazy time, because I remember talking to Iduna, like, I think I'm broken. I think I'm just not capable of feeling love. Because, like, these emotions are different for everyone, and people are aromantic and don't feel romantic attraction, but this was before I knew that term. And Iduna's like, no, you're not. Like, Hollywood says romance is supposed to be this, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, well, fine. And, like, and then I got my first very serious crush on a girl, and it felt like I got hit by a train. Like, the depths in the feelings that, like, I thought I had for, like, my boyfriend versus, like, the first time I really, 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 like, liked a girl. Because, like, I had crushes on girls before, but, like, I was like, I just, they were friends. So I was like, it's just admiration kind of thing. So it's like, the first time that, like, I got, like, clocked over the head by a really cute cosplayer that was a stranger, I was like, oh. Never mind, I'm not broken. Having your first big crush that late must be a lot. Oh, God, yeah. Because my first boyfriend wasn't until I was, like, 22? Somewhere around there. And then, yeah, me fully starting to accept that I was a lesbian didn't happen until I was 25, 26. So, yeah, it's something. I have, like, my parents, like, why aren't you married yet? Like, Diana, I'm like, damn, in terms of processing attraction and stuff like that, I am just hitting, like, probably the equivalent of a 20-year-old. Like, I felt like I went through puberty a second time, almost. Not really even that long ago. Yeah, exactly. Sounds fun. It was enlightening, let me tell you. Because, yeah, like, it was like I finally understood stuff. Like, not to be really dramatic, but there was a girl I was friends with, and, like, we were all convinced she had a crush on me because, I didn't end up going to a convention. And the whole time she was like, God, I wish Diana was here. I really miss her. And, like, Iduna and all my friends were like, Diana, you're gold. Go get her. And then right before I could see her again, she went and got a girlfriend. And I remember crashing out on my bathroom floor. Like, Iduna was on the phone with me because I was just, like, hysterical, sobbing and crying. Because I saw the update on social media. And I'm like, that is, like, a world of difference from how I felt. Like, getting rejected by a dude still hurt. And it was still upsetting, but, like, I didn't have, like, the full-on, like, meltdown, so to speak. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is, like, very different. Ergo, when people are like, how do you know if you're into XYZ if you've never, like, dated this gender? I'm like, if it's applicable, Like, at least in my case, it's like, a scale on a 2 versus it being, like, a 9 on the scale of, like, emotional impact. Like boys, I was like whatever. Girls, I was like going through like the very bottom of their Instagram accounts trying to find hints of like, you know, are you gay? Are you dating someone? Need to find stuff. So when I hit you up in DMs, like you're like, "Oh shit. We're into the same stuff," or like whatever. The tragic love song's finally making sense. Yeah. But yeah, there was like a joke on Twitter about like there was like Inaduna sent me several versions of this, and like I have to laugh. It's like it was what was it? There's no bond deeper than a lesbian and their emotional support anime boyfriend. I'm like, it's true. It's true. Some people's theorizing behind that is because female characters don't quite get developed the same way that male characters do. So you end up liking the male, like you end up liking male characters for their personality, and then you know that translates to anime boyfriend, but it doesn't cross over into the real world. Because it's like, anime pretty boy can no real boy can hold candle to anime pretty boy, and even then, like you know, it's different. It's different vibes. Anime pretty boys are a different breed, absolutely. So it's like, yeah, if you're in love, quote unquote, with like, you know, anime pretty boy, and you're like, am I gay? It's like, could be. Likely not. Likely you're just projecting, or you relate to them, or you're like, I really like this character's personality kind of thing. Oh my god, the Love in Deep Space event. That's an interesting event. Love in Deep Space is another example where I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely a lesbian. Because, I mean, I can play, like, dating sims and stuff like that. And that's fine. Like, you know, I enjoy romance of any gender. But something about Love in Deep Space, I think because of just how it's in first person, and since it's 3D, they actually like interact with you as though you're there. I'm like, whoa, don't touch me. And I mean, like, yeah, like, you know, in a dating sim, sure, you'll see like the CGs and stuff like that, but it doesn't feel like it's you when it's that case. Even though a lot of the stuff is in first person, I guess because they're not actually moving. But yeah, it was like, whoa, this is too much here. It's like I need to go. Or maybe it's because they're a little more realistic versus anime boys. It's a lot of point of view, but it's a reverse harem. Yeah. And have some kind of main character with some personality, correct. Because, yeah, I enjoyed the plot of Love in Deep Space from what I played of it. But, yeah, just, like, the cards, and when they started doing the stuff where it's like, oh, yeah, like, this character, like, they'll track your period now and stuff like that. I'm like, this has gotten too weird for me. Like, I was already a little uncomfortable with, like, the male attention the game gives you, and now I'm like, oh, no, I can't do this. I'm like, all the power to you guys, but I'm out. The period tracker kind of freaked me out, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's like, that was definitely one of those. I'm like, I am definitely not a straight girl or even a bi or pan girl, because the idea of some dude knowing my menstrual cycle kind of freaks me out. I'm like, yeah, this is not for me. Which is fine. Not everything has to be. You don't have to play every single thing and all that stuff. But yeah, I was just like, oh. Even worse, a company selling you anime boys. Yeah. I mean, it was fun. It was cute. It was just, yeah. Like, some of the plot stuff, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Like, I want to see what they're cooking. But yeah, in the interim, I'm like, I can't play these cards. This is kind of... So now it's like, apparently the lore goes deep. Oh yeah, like from what I did play, it was definitely quite deep. So I believe it. I believe it. But yeah, now I will describe a scene to Iduna, especially if it's about her anime boys. I'm like, look, as a lesbian, even I was like, whoa, that's hot. And she's like, oh, so I'm going to die. I'm like, yep, you're toast. Like, there's a scene in ZZZ where if you do a lighter story, like at the end, he takes off his jacket and he's not wearing a shirt. I'm like, whoa! Like, holy, okay. Whoa, sir, I'm kind of flustered. Sir. Like, this is too much. Please put your clothes back on. 8-pack too, yeah. And I mean, I guess spoilers for the latest Honkai Star Rail update, they had a similar thing where there's like a cinematic of Finan, the white hair character, and like he loses like his shirt during the fight, and I'm like, whoa! I'm like, okay, this is hot. This isn't my cup of tea, but like, it's like aesthetically, I could be like, yeah, this is good shit. I'm like, you know what? Y'all are valid. Where is the shortcut we're taking? So it's there. Great tree. Because we like accidentally ended up way off course. So I'm trying to like correct. Trying to get back to where we need to go. What time is it? 9:30? Okay, we still got some time. You can't focus, you got the brain fog. Relatable. Very friendly game. Yeah, especially as you're like exploring and stuff. That's why, like, usually when I play this type of game, I'll immediately start in the game instead of, like, chatting for, like, 20 minutes with you guys. I'm like, look, I'm just gonna be yapping about all kinds of stuff while playing this game anyway. We might as well just get right into it. That's how we got lost. We were following, the particles. Makes sense. Run out, it's fine. We could just teleport out. We got magic. we go. Up, 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 up. And around the bend. There are like plants we can pick up that replenish this gauge, so I ain't worried. There we go. Like, see, like this. It's all good. It's just, yeah, you gotta make sure you find the plant before things go south. There we go. It's a big old tunnel. Is there a penalty for hitting 0 mana? I think you, like... It's the equivalent of, like, you know, running out of stamina in, like, a farming game. Like, you pass out kind of thing, and you get, like, teleported somewhere else. So you lose your progress.
なんか妙な感じがするな。気引き締めていけよ。
それ冒険者の勘ってやつ？
どうだかな。
先へ進もう。何が待っているのか確かに。
Alright, off we go. Again. Take 5 steps, new cutscene.
あれは。
Oh!
お前。
ああ、間違いない。さて、なぜ人がここにいる？
Oh!
こいつ道具だけじゃなくて言葉まで。
こいつが。
It reminds me of Cell, like from Dragon Ball with that tail.
むしろ好都合。
Bro!
ユーステラ騎士団所属ビクトル・フォン・デューラン。我が領地を襲いマナ災害を引き起こしたのは貴様だな。名を名乗れ。草を知らぬ現代の軍人。ベスペル。俺も国のため命を捧げた人。
あんたを倒してみんなの仇を討つ。私たちは
Isla! Guys? We're out of our league. Can you not feel this pressure? Game dialogue a bit low. Oh shit, okay.
切り捨てることへの躊躇もない。アラディスの波動に貴様ら下船の民は不要。面白い。
お前がいなければあの事故は起きなかった。
It's just Otaro? It kind of does sound like him, huh?
絶対に許さない。
Yo! You're out of your league! Oh god!
離れろ。まだまだこいつ。そう。
I'm low health too. We were not prepared for this boss fight.
やってやるよ。
そうだ。錬金術の力見せてあげる。なんか来そう。気をつけて。テイルシラスト。
My game lagged for a second there. Oh, here we go. Oh!
これで邪魔は入らない。続きといこうか、錬金術師。
I'm sorry?
私の杖も怖いんだから、そこ終わらせる。少しか当たらないって。
At least they healed me. True, at least they healed me.
スナイピング。
Thank God I remembered how to dodge and shit.
逃がすか。
これが人知を超えた力だ。
当たらないって。
遅い。
それ。はい。外さない。消し飛べ。外れ。逃がしてしまった。バレットストーム。当たらないって。スナイピング。銃弾の雨だ。
Oh, thank God! Am I okay? Not really!
Yumia, しっかりして。
少しまずいな。
That's HP recovery, that's not revival. I'm cooked.
俺がこんなところで。
ルトが大丈夫？これでどうだ？ルミナスライン。
皮肉をもらうぞ。
Well, Isla got the final blow, I guess. Yay. I'm surprised. I mean, I didn't think we'd beat him, but I thought, like, you know, we were gonna have, like, do next to no damage.
しかし、外から錬金術師がやってくるとはな。
The HP freeze? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's cutscene powers. Oh, God. Ow! No one tried to catch her.
漫然と平穏を享受していればいいものを。
Yikes. Who? Oh, new girl.
はーい、無事かしら、錬金術師さんたち。
Oh no, she got me at high.
貴様、いや、狩るべき相手が一人増えただけ。
You're almost out of energy, bro.
煩わしい。 ベスペル、待て。今の俺たちにかなう相手じゃねえ。
Rudiger is speaking logic here. Y'all lucky to still be alive. By a hair is the achievement I got, for defeating him.
なんとか。
Oh shit, the wiki says he's actually a demon. He's not just a dragon or something, an actual demon. Dear God. We really going down that path, huh?
ありがとうルドカ。 冷静さを失っていた。感謝すんならこっちに言っとけよ。
Voice actor is Takuya Kuroda. So not Jotaro. Oh, it's Kazuma from Yakuza. Ah. That's probably why he sounded familiar. I don't play Yakuza, but I have definitely watched people play Yakuza. Like, that makes sense. That makes
調査団の
sense.
一員だろうか。感謝する。九死に一生を得た。
Pretty fun. Oh yeah, it's a wild game. It's one of those where I'm like, okay, yeah, there's JRPGs, and then there are RPGs that feel like you can only understand them if you're Japanese.
どういたしまして。
And Yakuza
間に合っ
is
た
the
みたいでよか
latter.
ったわ。私はミーナ。お察しの通り、
Nina!
調査団員よ。
Those look heavy. Do you need
それにしても驚いたわ。
Oh god, she's got the boot. Lol. Oh no.
あいつ全然本気じゃなかった。大樹の先には
What color are her eyes?
あんな魔物がたくさんいるのかな。
I actually don't know. Blue? Pink? She has eyes.
あれがうようよいてたまるかよ。
一息入れる前に、まず
Purple.
は高濃度マナーをなんとかしたいわね。
Not even close.
そうだ、先に済ませないと。
Jambola got me. I can never live this down now. Reading me like a book? God. Jambola on our Discord had posted a screenshot of some anime news for a Yuri anime series, and Ranger was like, I like how Diana's stream is in the upper right corner still, and Jambola is like, yeah, it felt appropriate to leave her there. I'm like, ah, yes. It's both nice and embarrassing to have people read you so clearly. It's like, oh! It's like on one hand, it's like, yay! You pay attention. On the other hand, it's like, oh god. You would usually cut that stuff out? Yeah, understandable. I mean, most people would do the same. Hang on. Synthesis, we need to make some healing stuff.
せーの。
さすが錬金術師。手慣れたもんだな。
You're welcome. Look, after what we went through, we kinda... There we
包
go.
帯切れはちょっと怖いな。いつ必要になるかわからないし、多めに作っておこう。飲みやすさを考えて作る工程が一番難しいっていう。
However, we are in a zone where we are burning through mana to stay alive, so probably not a good place to sit and, like, start synthesizing stuff, you know? There we go. Now we can clear out the mana-bound area and all that stuff.
しかし、なんなんだあいつは。アラディスだと魔物が喋んのが普通なのか？
あいつの存在も目的も何もわかんない
Yeah, it's not a monster, it's a demon. Different.
やつも錬金術師という可能性はないのか？
I hope not.
そうは思いたくないですけど。
魔物の錬金術師、余計に想像がつかないわね。
I love how all their stuff has like the cutesy, like teenage, like hearts and teddy bear stuff on it.
はい。
Jello,
た
hello.
だあの口ぶりからして無関係ってわけじゃないとは思います。それにあの道具、エナジーコアみたいな何か。あいつらも同じような方法でマナ領域に。
あいつが戻ってくる気配はねえな。おい、休憩はぼちぼち終わりだ。
Okay, sir.
この辺り調べてみようぜ。あいつに関する手がかりがあるかもしれねえ。
そうだね。そうしよう。
たく、とんでもない目にあったぜ。
ニーナさんが
Pterodactyl man.
一
Yeah.
生忘れないかも。あの背中。
エアハルト団長が集めた腕利きの冒険者が参加していると聞いていたが、さすがだな。
模様替えしよう。
It's all right. I mean, we saw them in the past
いろいろでき
briefly.
る拠点にしたいな。場所はどうしよう。
Ah, it's not gonna fit.
どんな拠点にしよ
Sorry, folks. You just
う。場所は
you're
どう
gonna have
しよう。
to you're gonna have to live with the small shack. Because in the middle of the woods, there ain't enough space. We wanna. Yeah, that's probably the best place. There we go. Oi!
これは
伝送機か。そのランプみたいなやつで調べてみろよ。
フラミーはランプみたいなやつではありません。
So super high spec independent.
いいからはよしろ。
少々状態が悪いようですが、いくつかの情報は読み出すことが可能です。
Such a mistake. Uh-oh.
途切れてしまったな。これも錬金術師の記憶なのか？
東は大混乱って言ってたよね。これ前にあの施設で聞いた声と関係あるんじゃ。
東で何があったかは知らんが、俺たちはあんたたちの味方だからな。
Uh-oh.
東といえばアラディスの首都の方角だけど、錬金 金術、過ち、アラディスで一体何があったの？錬金術は一体何をしたの？
The demons?
何を置いても一度報告に戻った方がいい。
I mean, the monster literally said, I thought you were all wiped out. You should have just enjoyed your peaceful life.
そうですね。ニーナさんも一緒に戻りましょう。
いえ、私はもう少しこの辺りを調べてみるわ。
But, but.
一人で大丈夫ですか？
団長からは匿名として調査活動を命じられてるの。それにこれでも結構名の通った傭兵だったのよ。
あの身のこなしからただ
Okay.
ものではないと思っていたが。はあ？なんかずるくねえか？俺の時はダメって言われたのに。
Yeah, but you're a walking disaster.
信頼の差じゃないの？
あ？
まあ、そういうことなら先に。
ええ、そちらこそ。
Don't go, mommy. Sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry.
本当に大丈夫だろうか。自分の命は自分で守るってことだろう。まったく、たまたま駆けつけてくれて助かったぜ。
Mm-hmm.
調査拠点
I'd
ま
say
で
we
戻
were
す。
lucky. For
必
many
ず団長の
reasons.
耳に入れておかなければ。ああ、疲労を抱えたまま歩き回ってたら、そこらの雑魚にも足をすくわれる。
What time is it? Almost 10. Okay, well, we'll get back to camp at least. Made some good progress today. We're filling out the map, so we're running out of areas for me to get lost in exploring. Ah, there we go. I'm like, where's the path? Like, we don't really have a proper path, but like, you know. There we go.
あるとはいえ、怖いものは怖いな。
I was gonna say, there was like a platform somewhere, so we're not falling quite as far. There we go. There. No broken kneecaps.
さて、どっかに金目のもんは。
Where's the loot? I got no idea, bro. You're on your own.
お前だっていつも素材探してうろちょろしてるだろうが。
この辺にあるのを取ればいいの？それなら手伝えそう。
Oh, whoops, wrong way. We're following the light and getting lost.
よし、これでしばらくは安心かな。
Through the water. Our socks are
何これ？
drenched now. Do, 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 do. Siberian tigers, Siberian tigers, Siberian tigers. No, thank you. Is this the cave? Yeah, that's the cave. I was like, wait a second.
私ダメなんだよ。ほんと苦手でさ。
Forget about the bugs, girl. We were nearly eaten by saber-toothed tigers. I mean, sure, if the bugs are huge, understandable. It's kind of terrifying, but most bugs cannot do you serious harm. And the ones that can usually have huge stingers on their tails, so you know, just another Thursday.
厄介そうだけど
Just another
掃除しないと
Thursday. Always wonder with fantasy words, like, what their calendar is. Some games do address that
そ
stuff,
んなこと
others
して返
don't.
事が返ってきたらどうするんだ
Like Metaphor named the days of the week, but they were just literally
魔物の生息地に侵入
variants of how the Japanese named the days
警
of
戒
the
してく
week.
ださい
また採取できるように
Because literally, if you were to translate the names of the week in Japanese to English, it'd be like Moon Day, Fire Day, Wood Day.
真面目に頼むよルタファ
俺はいつでも真面目だ
Oh! Yeah, the behemoth.
やるじゃんルタファ
Like the games that do address that stuff, it's either like they routinely clear out enemies in the area. So like, you know, just like wild animals, eventually they learn that this is a dangerous place to be. Vesperia did? Yeah, Vesperia has the barriers. And they also routinely cleared out monsters. Yeah, Vesperia is the one I always think of when it comes to, like, how do we deal with random monsters in the wild and
俺
keep
も
them
名
out
前
of
を聞
town?
いたことはないが
Vesperia is like, barrier.
ひとまずこの件は調査団全体に共有しておくお前たちの敵というだけじゃないいずれ覗かねばならない脅威だ
ニーナさん無事に戻ってくるといいんですけど
何あいつなら大丈夫だ調査団きっての腕利きだからな
そういえば彼女は団長がよこしてくれたん
Pa
です
pa 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 pa.
いや俺は何も腕が立つから独自の任務を与えていた通りかかったのは偶然だろうな元傭兵の勘ってところかもしれねえな
Great! Just randomly saved.
偶然ね
The magic rocks the first hook of the story. Yup.
ニーナさんはどのタイミングで私たちのことに気づいてくれたんだろう
God. We got derailed by a whole bunch of stuff coming out, but we started streaming Vesperia. We'll have to go back to it soon.
すまねえな俺がついていって
He
やれ
did
れ
the
ばよかった
glasses thing! He did!
その足で無理を言わないでください団長僕たちがもっと強くなればいいんです
I feel like they're like technically sunglasses, cause like in the opening, like he took them off and he just sat and stared off into space. So I'm like, are these
人
sunglasses?
員の
Are they
再
not
配置は検
prescription?
討するとしてご苦労だったなおかげで主要な高濃度マナ領域は片付いた
これでみんなも安全に先へ進めそうです
The
ね
major mana-bound areas. Oh gosh.
ああ俺たちが目指すのはさらに東アラディス
How
の首
deep
都
are we actually in the plot? That's the question
まだま
now.
だ遠いがリグナス地方の踏破は確かな一歩と言える
Maybe reading glasses could be, yeah.
今後も頼むぞお前たち
All Hello, sir.
どうだ、ここまでやってみて手応えはあったか？
手応えですか。自分でも高濃度マナ領域の対処ができるって分かってひとまずは安心しました。でもまだまだです。できることも少ないし信頼も得られてない。
I don't know about trust.
もっと世紀の
If
大
they
発
didn't
見とか
trust you, would they have risked their
驚
lives to
愕の
save
真実と
you?
か見つけてなんで笑うんですか？
焦りすぎだよ。まだ調査は始まったばっかりだろう。ほら、今日はゆっくり休め。明日にはもう次の地域の調査に向かってもらうんだからな。
笑わなくても。
規模だけ大きく具体性のない目的が滑稽に思えたのだと推察します。
Thanks, Flammy.
推察すんな。
It's like, wow, thanks for the moral support.
お待たせ。
いよいよ次の地方だ。資料によれば名はシバーシュ地方。さっさと出発すんぞ。
行こう。
The map continues to
Ludo
expand. What was left
これから
behind
どっか
at
出
the
かける
tree.
の？
Completed the story of the Lake Ness region.
めんどくせえのに捕まったな。
Mendo Kusei. Can I come with you?
出かけるんだったら私もついて行っていい？
ああ、なんでだよ。俺が欲しいのは金目のものであって素材じゃねえ。
二人ともちょうどいいところに。
Uh-oh.
今度はなんだ。
エアハルトさん、どうかしたんですか？
今しがた拠点の近くに魔物が出たんだ。そこにちょうどよくお前たちがいたってわけ。
私はいいですけど、ルトガーはなんか用事があるみたいですよ。
どうせ断ったってダメって言われるんだろ。
He's like, I can't really say no to my dad. Well, adopted
ルトガ
dad.
ーさっきのよ。
さっさと行くぞ錬金術師。置いてかれたいのか。
ちょっと待っててば。
Nice. All right. Whoops. Hang on.
さて、
I wanted to see the
拠点に戻
map.
ったら鍛錬でもするか。
Oh, whoa. We're going all the way over here now. Ah. Just as I was saying, we finally got to the point where there's stuff I can't get distracted by. Naming open. Oh, yeah. It's huge. I was not expecting the map to be quite this big. Alright, still got quite a bit to go. Alright. Well, that's fine. Where's the save? I know ad break just started, but time to start wrapping up. Because it's 10 p.m. There we go. Playtime 15 hours? It's only been 15 hours? I'm shocked. I thought we at least hit 20. Ugh, big stretch. Alrighty. There we go. Beautiful. Soon enough, soon enough. Yes. We'll have to do a longer stream for Atelier sometime in the near future so we can do a big chunk of progress. Especially since the plot's really getting interesting now. Had a few crashes and stuff too. True. Alrighty. I won't start saying goodbye yet, since we're in ad break. But I will at least sort some stuff out for... Wait, hold on. LOL. I see. I didn't know Iduna was gonna be guesting on a mutual's stream. Hilarious. Well, no one else is really streaming, so sure, we'll go say hi. That's funny. Big stretch. Okay, tomorrow it is... We're playing Danganronpa, I think. Let me check the schedule. Hello, everyone. All right. Do I have any rules for the direct raid redeem? Usually just, you know, make sure that they don't have, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Follow only chat or something on, because sometimes people have redeemed that raid, like the guide the raid, and then, like, you know, we can't even participate. That and roughly like similar content to me. They don't have to be VTubers, but like, yeah, if you use to guide the raid and you recommend it, and I look at them and I'm like, I'm not really feeling the vibe, then like I refund it. So if you want to redeem it, by all means. We haven't like started raids or wrap up stuff yet. I need to check my schedule, so. And then I think the only other rule I have is like, you know, don't redeem, like follow the raid, like, you know, like an hour before stream ends or something. Like we allowed it once because the person had to go and they were like, it's so-and-so's birthday and I really think you guys would vibe. So I wanted to guide the raid. So like, that was like, I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll allow it this time. Like special exception, you can ask, but Lulu Lasso, okay. And yes, tomorrow it's Danganronpa. Yeah, we were in the middle of investigating a raid. Oh my god. A raid? A murder. A murder! It was a 2-for-1 murder. Terrible. Alright. Lulu is playing Peak. I've heard it both ways. Double raid, a murder. Double raid, a murder! Perfect. Oh, it's their birthday! I just noticed that. Yeah, excellent. Alrighty. So, today we will do raid message. I mean, we're just meeting though, but let's do happy birthday, because that's polite. There we go. Happy birthday instead. And if we've got any lurkers who want to keep up with us, here is our Discord server. We're usually pretty chill in there, just yapping about whatever. We do anime watch-alongs on Sunday evening, if that is something that interests you. Otherwise, that's gonna be it for me. Time to stretch, go pat the cats, give them dinner number 2, and get myself a snack as well. Alrighty, that's gonna be it for me. So if it's daytime where you are, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And if it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. Until next time, take care of yourself. Wash your face, brush your teeth, eat a good food. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.